Freedom, you see, has got our hearts singing joyfully. Just look about, you owe it to yourself to check it out. Can you feel a brand new day? Can you feel a brand new day?
See, that's why it don't ever work.
Why does it work?
I kind of knew it wasn't going to work, but I said, I'm going to try it anyway.
What doesn't work?
Huh?
What doesn't work?
That mesh.
We were sounding good.
Huh?
We were sounding good. To me.
Girl, please.
That's all that counts, right? That's all that matters.
Anywho.
Stay tuned for another edition of the Prisonworld Radio Hour.
Prisonworld, the Prisonworld show is coming on. Prisonworld, radio show, and we gon' have some fun. Prisonworld, the Prisonworld show is coming on. Prisonworld, radio show, and we gon' have some fun.
Oh, we always gonna have some fun. We always having fun over here. Welcome to all of our global listeners.
You better get the key right next time.
Around the world. Welcome to another edition of the Prisonworld Radio Hour. I am your host, Jenny Trippa, and attached to my hip is my co-host, Ismail, who is always trying to get me to stay on key.
That's all I be doing is trying.
Well, that was good. Can you feel a brand new day?
Really? Like off camera? Oh, really?
Can you feel a brand new day?
I'm gonna leave that right there.
Don't let me spruce it up now. Hey, okay. Anyway, all right. It is definitely a new day. It's a new day in media. We are celebrating 8 years of broadcasting, and with our celebration, we have this wonderful series that we're doing: 7 nights, 7 sisters, 7 reasons why Black Muslimah Activists. Muslimah, how we want to say that?
I thought you were going to say we had 7 days, 7 nights at a hotel somewhere.
Nah, not yet. It's not time for vacation yet. But we got to put in the work first.
It's always time for a vacation.
Either way you like to say the word, Muslimah, same difference. Let me tell you all, when I first thought about doing this, I was overjoyed in thought, overzealous, thinking all of the ideas. I was full of ideas. I was just full of it, and thinking how easy that this could possibly happen, how we could, put it all together. I could get people, because our network is rich in resources, so I could get people from all kinds of genres and walks of life that are doing wonderful, fabulous things. And then, of course, the easy kind of went out of it. It was maybe easy, I thought, would be for us to be able to knock it out.
Well, I'm easy.
Because we vibe with our radio shows and we just do it and we just knock it out. But that part of it wasn't even correct. Because, even though the ideas flowed, I got that part right. And my vision and everything and being able to put it out and to be able to express it to people, selecting the people to participate, that was easy, but getting all of those folks scheduled.
You made some black people mad.
Getting all those folks scheduled, well, that proved a tad bit difficult. It was very uneasy.
You wait till they come knocking on your door.
It was very uneasy. Busy people are active people, which means they have full schedules. And that includes us, because we were also very active, and not only did they have to be available to be interviewed, but we had to be available to be the interviewees or interviewers. So they had to be the interviewees and we had to be the interviewers. And it all
was making me available.
I had to. At some point, I had to.
You ain't have to make me available. How come they missed their call then? I should have been able to miss my call.
Nobody missed the call.
Oh, somebody missed the call.
No, we ain't going there.
I'm going there.
Okay.
Shoot.
It all proved to be a bit challenging, but by the grace
I'm sorry.
mercy,
Didn't nobody miss no call?
Yeah, by the grace and mercy of Allah, we are all done with all the recordings of the interviews and getting the shows done, and we got all this done during Ramadan, nonetheless. So I think it should be wonderfully extra blessed series, because it's hard to get stuff done during Ramadan. When you're hungry, when you're tired, when you're thirsty, when you can't feed your brain.
I can. I'm feeding off of my Lord.
Yes.
That's all I'm thinking about.
Yes, but at some point you do get drained. I mean, we're fasting for what, 16 hours? That's a lot.
Don't feel like it.
That's a lot.
Need
of
more.
time.
Need more time.
That's a lot of time. Okay. Yesterday we aired episode 1 with Sister Latifah Ali. If you missed it, you can catch it in a rewind on iTunes or tune in on our blog, prisonworldblogtalk.com, and that goes for any of the shows that we're going to be doing, in this whole series, or any of the shows that you missed, as well as our archives dating back to 2009. 2009. We are deep in the broadcasting game, guys. Okay.
I ain't knee deep.
We're not just knee deep. We deep. Okay.
I'm in red dirt.
And we're an alternative voice in media, but we're also for the masses. So for the next 6 shows, tonight included, we will be bringing you an episode in the Black Muslimah Activists series. You looking for something? You looking for something?
Yeah, I hear this little buzz in my headphone.
Okay. That's that Ramadan buzz.
I'm trying to fix it.
That's that Ramadan buzz. Okay. Mr. Sound Perfectionist over here is dealing with our sound. So if you hear something, that's him. Okay.
You won't hear nothing up over here.
All right. It is our stories, our representation. The series, the Black Muslimah Activist series, is our stories, our representation, our flavor, which is often left out of the mainstream narrative. Even though we have been here, we've been rooted, doing the work for
Roots.
years.
Kunta Kinte?
Yes, rooted. That's what exactly I said that
Like
for a
Kunta
reason.
Kinte
We've
root?
been rooted. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Here for quite some time. Today's guest, Khadijah Abdullah, is no exception. She's a young, hip millennial that has found her purpose, created businesses for cause awareness, isn't wasting any time on someone telling her what she should or shouldn't be doing. And I'm one of her business advisors, and sometimes she tells me, nah, fall back, sis. I'm going to do it like this. So, these are the
guess
type
she told you.
Yeah, these are the type of folks that you actually want on the ground doing things because they have young, fresh ideas. And, she going to do it like that. And I have to say, all right, boo,
Yeah, she don't want none of that old stuff on there.
Do your thing.
She trying to get the young stuff.
Who you calling old?
Huh?
Who you calling old?
If the shoe fit.
A lot of my ideas are fresh and
If the shoe
creative.
fit up
So
in
I don't know
here,
what you're talking about. A lot of my
take it
ideas,
off.
a lot of my ideas are so fresh and creative. I got folks wanting to steal my stuff. That's how fresh and creative
You
my
got
stuff
to want to
is.
steal. So some people steal. I don't know what you're talking about wanting to.
Yeah, they
Call
do.
it what it is.
They do. But she's doing the darn thing. So I just say, okay, do you. So she will be joining us in a little bit. Also, another thing about this series is that I knew in my heart that if this was done correctly, that's to my standards correctly, that I could get some serious media awareness to our cause and our disappointment of disclusion. Thankfully, a few media outlets have reached out and we'll be covering this from a mainstream perspective. So that's pretty good. We've been having a little bit of technical difficulties over here. My husband is kind of throwing me off because he's over here moving and twisting and plugging and unplugging and different things.
Get the BDBs out of there then.
Yeah. So while he is the perfectionist on the side of sound and technology, I'll be in control and no worries on the writing part of different things. I'm a writer, so I write. My husband does technology. That's part of, what he does in making this all come together. So it's teamwork, right, dear? It's teamwork. I'm looking forward to doing a print piece for the Huffington Post and repurposing it for great benefit. So may we be blessed with another 8 years to tell our stories, bring awareness to our causes.
I don't tell stories.
I tell
the truth.
We tell
Nothing
the truth.
but the truth will help me a lot.
But you can kind of say this is documentary by radio. Something like that, huh? Okay.
Documentary? Okay, we're going to roll with that.
Oh, what you got? We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Khadijah Abdullah, and you're listening to the Prisonworld Radio Network.
This is Judge Maybelline. You're listening to the Prisonworld Radio Hour.
Prisonworld Magazine, bringing you the best in entertainment and resources for your incarcerated loved one. Log on to www.prisonworldmagazine.com. Get a yearly subscription for only $20. Advertise your product or service to the prison population. Call 678-233-8286. That's 678-233-8286. Prison World Magazine, the preferred prison entertainment magazine.
Alrighty, if this was a normal show, we take this segment right here, and to bring you the highlights of the prison world news. But since we are within our special, thus the Prison World Radio Hour, we will be bringing you during this time a little education and clearing up some myths about African American Muslims. Y'all know those myths that y'all got out there, the ones that we all tend to hear from time to time, but we just want to talk about it because sometimes people just aren't open enough to talk about it. And it's not I don't want to say that. It's not okay to know. It's not okay to know.
Then let me clear my throat.
Just ask. Pretty simple. Just ask the question. And I think we get questions all the time. So we don't mind.
True answers too.
Right. So we don't mind answering those questions.
Ain't no beating around the bush.
Okay. So how about the one where they like to say Muslim women are oppressed? That's huge. It goes around.
Did you
lot.
ask her if she was oppressed?
Exactly. Did you ask someone? I think people just like to perpetuate the stories saying that Muslim women come from a form of oppression. Now, let's be clear, because there are some things in certain cultures that do oppress Muslim women.
How many people have lived overseas and know exactly what they talking about here?
Okay, let's not just talk about overseas, though. Because
I'm just trying to say.
No,
that's where they keep getting the information from.
Right, and I understand that, but I just want to let's parallel that with some things that happen in America, but people don't want to call it oppression. Women have had to fight for the right to vote. These are American women. That's oppression. Okay, women do not get paid the same as men. That's oppression.
Still ain't got that one.
That's a form
Probably
of oppression.
Doing a better job in some cases.
Women get sexually assaulted. And some men don't even get punished for it. That's oppression.
Some men wish they can get sexually assaulted.
So
I don't know why.
Why would that not be touted as oppression as much as they would like to tout Muslim women as being oppressed? Because all of that happens in the United States as much and much more. You know, prostitution, that's a form of oppression. If a woman is prostituting herself and has a pimp, she's being oppressed.
If a woman has got a job and ain't getting paid the same as a man, that is a huge oppression.
But they like to put that on Muslim women as being oppressed because of
even the women here want to say Muslim women is oppressed. Right. And they oppressed.
Right, so that's why
I guess their oppression don't count.
I like to flip the conversation. When those types of conversations come up, I like to flip the conversation and put out those parallels, you know? And also to let people know I'm not oppressed. I'm not depressed.
I can't tell if you was.
I'm not stressed. And I'm definitely not a hot mess. And all of those.
I plead the fifth.
All of those to women in the United States, because we got a lot of hot messes out there. Okay, we got some that are stressed in their environments, in their jobs, in their relationships. Okay, we have people who are depressed and they're not getting help.
I plead the fifth, and that ain't even Sharia law.
Oh my goodness. All of that is oppression in the United States. So stop talking so much about, Muslim women are oppressed, Muslim women are oppressed. Let's talk about some of these oppressed women in the U.S. Let's talk about that. How about that? Okay.
I wish they'd be learned it.
Yeah, learned.
They need to learn it something else.
Educate yourself on what Muslims do and what they are actually about, and that can save you from a whole lot of misunderstandings. I'm just saying. Okay. So
I couldn't agree with you more.
So if you like to Google things, if you're one up there think you know everything because you Google everything, how about ask a Muslim? You know, actually physically talk to someone and ask a Muslim.
I agree with you again.
Okay, good. You might.
Because all I'm saying is if they Google Sharia law, I like to know what the law says. I don't even know the Sharia law.
You my yes man over there.
I ain't gonna lie.
You in agreement?
Just because you're a Muslim, I don't know now. Hey, I've been living with the United States laws I've been living with this all my life.
And a Muslim is supposed to obey the laws of the land. So as long as it's not going against what Allah says or anything that Allah says that we can't do, we pretty much obey the laws with no problems. Right?
I ain't got no problems. Sometimes all that profiling that people be doing.
Right.
We need to get all that stuff going. That's some type of Sharia law. Can y'all look that up for me? These people who be looking up Sharia law.
Coming up.
Because they be profiling the brother out there.
Coming up on the other side of the break is Khadijah Abdullah. What you got, guys? We'll be right back.
You're listening to the Prison World Acapella Radio Hour.
Hello, everybody. This is Rick Ross. And you're listening to Prison World Radio Hour with the real Rick Ross.
All right, we are back. We are continuing the effort of spotlighting folks in our Black Muslimah Activists series. It's no coincidence that each one of these sisters is busy. I mean, busy. It was even busy trying to get all of these sisters scheduled for interviews. Busy bees in the struggle. This sister coming up is no exception. She not only runs a couple of businesses as if one was not enough, but she actively participates in several events and causes around Washington, D.C., the D.C. area, but also across the country. She's an advocate for Muslims with HIV and also Muslim Nannies, which is bringing quality child care to families, which, we all need in these days and times. Somebody that's going to make sure that that all the bells and whistles are checked and the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed.
I don't need no child care.
No, we don't need child care.
My children gone, girl.
But other people do. Other people do. So and they need quality child care, okay? And she not only does that for families, she does that for large events. Some people can't attend events because they can't get someone to watch their children. So she's trying to help out in that type of way.
She's trying to help them hard-headed kids. There's some hard-headed kids out there.
It's some, but
can't
not all.
Everybody.
Some, but not all. And I am honored to be one of her mentors and advisors in that mission. Yes. She's a very determined wife, mother, and social enterprise guru. We have Sister Khadijah Abdullah joining us. Assalamu alaikum, sis.
Walaikum assalam. Thank you for having me on your show. I really, really appreciate it, and I'm very, very honored to be a part of it.
Oh, alhamdulillah. Tell our listeners a little bit about yourself and some things that I may have left off the resume.
I think you captured everything.
I do my best.
I live in... Huh?
I do my best.
So my name is Khadijah. I live in the D.C., Maryland, and Virginia area with my husband and daughter and my mom, not too far away. And I run the nonprofit Rahma, which stands for Reaching All HIV-Positive Muslims in America. And our goal is to address stigma in faith communities and work towards creating safe spaces, especially for Muslims living with HIV or AIDS. I also run the for-profit company called Muslim Nannies, and we provide child care at events and also temporary child care for like date night, short notice care, backup care, and also full-time and part-time nannies, currently only in the D.C., Maryland, and VA area, but we hope to expand, inshallah, to other cities across the U.S. until, hopefully, we're everywhere. So keep listening to Do a Husband Show.
Right, but we go slowly. I done told her to slow her roll, see, because she be trying to jump out there and do stuff so quickly. I'm like, you need to slow your roll and you need to permeate this area first, okay? That's
Atlanta?
That's no.
To go down there.
No, your area. permeate your area first. So.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying, like, so, I mean, with businesses, you always learn that there's things that, you know, you can improve and work on to make it better. So we hope to perfect the craft before we expand other places. Like, that wouldn't be happening in this year at all.
Exactly.
We have a solid foundation here in D.C.
So we have been venturing down the rabbit hole of activism, and one of the reasons why I wanted to do this series.
You can fit the rabbit hole.
I can fit what you can't fit.
I sure can't fit no rabbit hole.
I'm smaller than you. You forgot?
Anywho.
Yeah. So we've been venturing down the rabbit hole of this Black Muslimah Activists series, pretty much in response to the Essence piece. If you guys aren't familiar, Essence did a piece on women activists, and we were kind of left out of the loop. You know, we were just invisible, I guess.
I sure were.
We were blind to the editors of this, as if I guess we didn't exist. Maybe.
Yeah, that ain't cool either.
And we want to talk about this. So, in this 21st century, which people seem to be changing a lot of meanings of different things, what does activism mean to you?
I think activism means, instead of sitting down and talking about it, you're getting up and doing something about it for something that you really believe in and is passionate about. I mean, we all have an opinion on something. If we don't like something going a certain way, you should take those steps to try and work towards changing how things are going. So, for me personally, activism is going out and addressing, stigmatizing issues and trying to change or start a conversation or the perceptions towards issues like HIV.
Okay. Right. I mean, this is, the being active in something, not just having a hashtag these days. You have those keyboard soldiers who feel that a hashtag is a community and a force. But yes, ACT is actually in the word. To act is, a form of activism. So tell us about the struggles of the trifecta of being a Black Muslim female.
Well, there are many layers to that. First of all, I'm Black before anything else. That's what people see first. And also I'm a dark-skinned Black Muslim woman. So sometimes in some spaces, I'm not as received well as in other spaces. And actually, I was just having this conversation with a few friends who are not of the African American community, and how, we have some issues with racism within our own Muslim community, and how we need to address that, especially our children. Our children are learning, from their families or from whoever, and they're, showing verbally abusive behavior towards their friends in regards to racism, and making their friends feel like they're not worthy of being part of their groups because of the color of their skin. So I think for Black Muslims within the Muslim community and outside of the Muslim community, we do experience, these issues. And I would say as a child growing up, I wasn't really, too excited about the color of my skin. But now I've embraced it. I love it. And I think it's beautiful. I just wish that everyone else, if we have this perception in our community that everyone is beautiful, no matter what color they are or where they're from, we can get so much more done. You can see so many more Black Muslims at major conventions and conferences and speaking out and, partnering with their fellow Muslims and marrying people of, other different ethnicities without having backlash and anything from their families. In college was the first time that I really, really, really noticed racism within the Muslim community. So it was a shock to me when I was in college, seeing the racism within my own MSA. And, understanding and starting to grasp the depth of it. And I think it's important that we have organizations like Muslim Art and others trying to really focus on these issues and really trying to make waves and changes in our community. So people who look like me, people who come after me that look like me, will feel like they're welcome in their community and are able to be on platforms where they can share information to others without having to fight to be there.
Well, you are a force girl, so, I think you're really paving the way, for a lot of people. You yourself mentioned, the skin color. We all deal with those issues still today, the light skin, dark skin, in the Black community. But, you're a force and you're doing your thing with confidence.
Yeah, but that was another good thing about that marriage thing, too. People don't want you married and they people.
Yeah, that's true.
Please.
But we gonna stay on the activism part today,
my
okay?
Because
my
fault.
You going down a different
rabbit. Your dynamics.
You're going down a different rabbit hole. But we gonna stay on this one.
I told you I can't fit down no rabbit hole now.
Okay, so that don't mean that you just go every which way because you can't go over here with this rabbit hole. All right. So why do you think our voice is constantly being left out of the narrative?
I think because how we look, and I think because how society has portrayed us. I think it is ingrained in many people's minds, and that puts us on the back burner. And I think that some may feel like we aren't educated enough, or don't talk educated enough. It might be an embarrassment if we are put on major platforms speaking to thousands of, Muslims from our community. So I think we really have to work towards educating and raising awareness and trying to change the narrative and really, really stepping up collectively to show that we need to be visible, we need to be heard, and that our voices are important just like anyone else's.
That is definitely true. So with that, we're going to take a pause right here because I want to come back and I want to ask some more about how we need to step up. Now, you going to be all right, dear? Okay. And am I channeling you?
As long as I ain't going down no rabbit hole.
Yeah, we going to go down. We going to continue further down the rabbit hole.
Too big for all that.
We going deep.
You should have got me when I was a 1-year-old. I might have been able to get down there.
You didn't know nothing when you were 1. You know some things.
Could have taught me something.
Know some things now. Hold what you got, guys. We'll be right back.
You're listening to the Prison World Acapella Radio Hour.
Check out the latest books from Freebird Publishers for your incarcerated loved one.
All right, we are back, and we are continuing the conversation with Khadijah Abdullah, and she's been enlightening us in regards to racism and some different things that we encounter as Black Muslimah activists. Khadijah, I want to ask you, with Muslims, is being prominent enough? Everybody, wants to be visual. Everybody wants to be on a higher platform, and we have several notables and different things. But is that enough? Is that enough to relay the message?
No, I mean, unfortunately, some people feel like Black Muslims aren't real Muslims, and we kind of like fade in.
Okay, she getting deep.
Hey, she said the darn thing. That's what it is.
Okay, go ahead.
I mean, this is a reality. Like, people say, oh, you're not real Muslim, you converted. Our family has generations and generations of being Muslim, and you're like a first generation Muslim. You don't know what you're talking about, what you're doing, and it's not real Islam. So we have to deal with that as well. First, being Black and not being looked at as a real Muslim. So we have so many layers and barriers that we have to face before we can get to that point where we can have our voices heard and speak out. So, I mean, the question is, do we have to try to change it ourselves, or should people who are viewing us this way change the way they think about us? Like, is it our position to do this? Or is it our right to do this? Or should they be the ones changing their perception? It's not watching videos where it shows Black folks as gangsters and thieves and someone that's menacing and someone that's not safe in their community. Or should they actually go out and meet some Black people and hang around them, and learn from them, learn about their culture and share food.
With all of that, how has Malcolm X's legacy helped us or failed the Black Muslim community?
Well, I think it's helped because he's brought a lot with his message and with his strength and with his determination, he has brought a great amount of African Americans to Islam, even if they started off through the Nation of Islam. And then, when he went to Hajj and came back, he realized how diverse and how beautiful our religion is, and started sharing that message. I think he definitely has, had a great impact on our community. I mean, growing up, all my mom showed me was many books about him, his biography, his autobiography, watched his movie. He's a very, very strong pillar in the African-American Muslim community, even outside the Muslim community, just African-American community in general. So I think he's done a lot. I think he's done a great amount of work. And, he's gotten a lot of Black Muslims to Islam, where they are today. Like my parents started off the Nation of Islam. And then, when I was starting to be raised, they came to Islam. So a lot of us got our roots from there. And a lot of it is thanks to Malcolm X and, his movement.
So as Black Muslim females, how important is it for us to take the reins of leadership?
I think it's important because women in general aren't really taken seriously, unfortunately. And,
Tell me about
so we have to make people take us seriously. And even with Rahma, I was told a few times, oh, you need a man to lead this org. I was like, why not? I'm qualified. I can lead this organization myself. I don't need a man to lead it. If you have the skill to lead something, you need to do it. It doesn't matter what gender you are. And, this is a narrative that a lot of Muslim women face in our community sometimes. Like, men want to take the lead on different things. But if you have the qualifications to lead an organization or to do certain things, you should be able to do that. And, I guess in my generation, a lot of women are really, really, my mother, she was a trailblazer. She was leading things in the community, organizing things, and I get a lot of my directness from her because she was my example growing up. And I think it's important that women have the courage and the ability to take on things and not feel like they're incapable of doing that.
Well, everyone is always talking about do for self, do for self, do for self. So many people saying that is the answer. There's a lot of us that actually are doing for self. You're doing for self. Mm-hmm. All the sisters that I'm interviewing are doing for self. We doing for self. And people just keep saying we need to do for self, thinking about Black Wall Street and how, we had ownership in our own communities and everything. So what does that mean to you, do for self?
Well, I would say that I'm not doing for self. A lot of my work is for the community, especially with Rahma. I'm not a person with HIV. It doesn't affect me personally, living with it every day. But I'm working for advocating for those who are living with it in my community, in our community, or for those who are at risk.
But that is actually doing for self because you created an entity where they don't have to go to community resources. They come to your entity. So that's actually doing for self. Go ahead.
I try to work with a lot of so I work with a lot of partners and whatnot to make it a full experience for those who come to Rahma, to get the full grasp of resources. And I can't do everything with Rahma. I don't have everything here, so I try to link them with other partners who can do that for them. But I guess more so in the concept of doing it for self. I guess that since when I first started Rahma, I did some research to see if there were Muslim-focused HIV and AIDS organizations, and there were some, but for some reason they ceased to exist. So I guess I did it for self and went and created one. I got some friends together, created a board, and we made it happen. And I never thought that Rahma would get to where it is today. It was just trying to raise awareness and to educate. And the Muslim Nannies, same thing. I used to babysit a lot, and a lot of Muslim families would come to me and say, do you know any other Muslim sitters? I was like, no, I don't. I guess I did it for self and started an organization to help, families,
right?
Get childcare.
That's exactly what that is. Yeah. That's exactly what that is, and you taking the charge and the challenge, to solve a problem. That's normally how a problem gets solved is you take it up yourself. You find a solution for it. So what would you most like to be remembered for?
I never really thought about that. I don't know. I just want to be able to create a strong, sustainable organization and company so that, when I'm gone, inshallah, I can still contribute and give back to the community and hopefully continue helping to make a difference. I just want to, I'm not trying to have a certain, be viewed a certain way by anyone in the community. I'm just trying to make things happen that I feel there is a need, if that makes sense.
Well, those are the deeds that you're actually the ones that you can take with you is the good deeds, that you leave behind. So tell our listeners how they can get in touch with you.
Sure. So I can be reached at, if you're interested in Rahma, I can be reached at Khadijah, so KHADIJAH at HaveRahma, so HaveRahma.org. And our website is haverahma.org. If you want to get in contact with me in regards to Muslim Nannies, it's Khadijah, KHADIJAH at Nannies, so MNANNIES.com. And our site is mnannies.com. Email is the best way to contact me, and I would definitely respond, and, we can go from there. And I guess one more plug, if I may. We are working towards organizing the first National Faith HIV and AIDS Awareness Day on August 27th, and we're actually involving other faith communities. So check out faithaidsday.com to learn more about that. Muslim, Christians, Jews, Hindus, Baha'is, Buddhists, and Sikhs. It's important. I think it's important to do interfaith work and work with each other, because I feel like a lot of us are divided. So it's good to be united, especially to have a stronger impact of something as taboo and stigmatizing as HIV and AIDS.
I gotcha. Well, we definitely appreciate you joining us today and enlightening us on all of your work. And like I said, these sisters, that I'm interviewing here, these are busy bees. And that's pretty much what it's all about, is being busy and active and creating solutions and trying to help other people out. Is that enough for the rabbit hole for you, dear?
Huh?
Is that enough of that rabbit hole?
Is it a light down that hole?
Can we come up?
I don't like dark spaces.
Can we come up out of the rabbit hole now?
Too dark down there for me.
Thank you so much, Khadijah Abdullah. Hold what you got, guys.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
In 50 feet, turn left. Why are you driving so slowly?
After a few drinks, I'm taking it slow.
Well, you're not fooling the cop behind you.
What?
Get ready to pay in 0.1 miles.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Say, check this out. Just think. What if the big homies came together, taught the little homies how to do better? We could accomplish whatever. Set codes and goals and never ever break them on any circumstance, man. All we gotta do is think. These people trying to make us extinct.
Food for thought. Food for thought.
Food for thought. See there? In tune. Okay. In the food for thought for today, with our Black Muslimah Activists series, I asked the sisters to give me quotes that they felt was pertaining to their vision as far as activism was concerned. And our guest today, Sister a quote.
O ye who believe.
Sister Khadijah Abdullah says, and I quote, "With mercy as my guide, I hope to unite the Muslim community, raise awareness, and provide support." Unquote. Everyone needs support. Everyone needs support. It does not matter.
My back do be hurting.
not that type of support. It does not matter.
I need some support.
How well you think someone's doing, how prominent you think someone is, how maybe they don't need it. Everyone needs support. Awareness is key. It takes a lot of time and effort to bring awareness to causes. A lot of that time you don't get paid for. And people don't seem to value your time. When they see that you're doing something and just spending time doing it, sometimes a monetary value is not placed on that. Well, it takes, money to support yourself, or even to be able to provide time in order to support others.
So we know y'all out there spending that money. We know y'all doing what y'all got to do to make these things happen. So don't think everybody think that y'all just out there lollygagging.
Right. So support people. Bring awareness and support people, because we are definitely all a community. Okay? That's it for the food for thought for this week or this show. And I just wanted to give you guys something to marinate on.
I got another thought.
What's that?
Oh, ye who believe.
You said that already.
Huh?
You said that already.
Well, he said so many times, I just like hearing it.
Okay. Well, it's just a few announcements before we go. First and foremost, everything that you hear here is acapella. Acapella, acapella.
That sounds like a Care Bear or something.
Acapella. I know you may be jiving and bumping and all that stuff or whatever, but it is acapella. And if you'd like to submit something, submit it to prisonworldradio@gmail.com. That's prisonworldradio@gmail.com. Check out our TV show,
Well,
Lifestyles.
how did that thing go?
What?
Kids World Rock On.
I don't know, but I'm in the middle of the announcements.
I had a thought.
So you that person, at church or the messages, like, hold up, I got a question. It just can't wait till the announcements get finished. Okay. Check out our TV show, Lifestyles with Rufus and Jenny. Season 1 is on DVD on Amazon, and Season 2 is coming. Just stay tuned, guys. It is coming. You can find our first episode of Season 1. The first full episode is actually out there on our YouTube channel at Rufus and Jenny TV. Freebird Publishers. Check them out. Books for your incarcerated loved one. They also publish books for inmates. So if you have an incarcerated loved one and they have a story to tell and they want to get a book out, check them out. Freebird Publishers, freebirdpublishers.com. Okay. Prison World Magazine. That's our magazine. This is in ways you can support. People always ask, how can we support you guys? Support our ventures, our products, and things that we put out to people, our time. Okay. And you can go to prisonworldmagazine.com for single issues or Amazon for a yearly subscription. It is a #1 bestseller on Amazon, and it ships to prisons domestically and internationally. Books. We have lots and lots of books. Surviving Marriage in the 21st Century. I think I just shared with you guys that we reached a milestone with Surviving Marriage in the 21st Century. We've sold 10,000 plus books.
Doing it by yourself.
Self-published.
Shoot.
That's pretty much, and didn't know nothing about it. Didn't know.
Do your thing, no doubt. Triple M Kids World need more up out wood.
We didn't know anything about the book game. So go out and check it out. Support it. Surviving Marriage in the 21st Century.
I knew a little bit.
And we also have a Jobs for Felons book, resources for people who have a criminal record. And if you are looking for some things to kind of up your game, you really want that book, Jobs for Felons. We have a new edition coming out the end of next month, inshallah. Okay? For advertising and sponsorships.
I don't love that. Oh. I thought you were trying to do new edition or something.
For advertising and sponsorships availability for our radio show, send inquiries to prisonworldradio@gmail.com. That's prisonworldradio@gmail.com. I am not paying him any attention because I'm trying to get these out because we're running short on time.
Well, you better come on because I'm looking at the clock.
Remember, you can stay connected via social media or what I like to call the Big Six. Find us on Facebook at Rufus and Jenny, Twitter at Rufus and Jenny, Instagram at Triplet World, YouTube at Rufus and Jenny TV, Pinterest at Rufus and Jenny, and LinkedIn. Find me, Jenny Triplet.
Can't describe this feeling.
If you like to listen to our archives,
I saw
There's a live stream of our radio show. There's a link on our website. Just hit Prison World Radio and hit the live stream, and you can listen 24/7.
Come on, girl.
You can also find our archives on iTunes and TuneIn. And guess what? If you don't want to be stressing your data plan, call in. You can call in at 701-719-5174. That's 701.
That was my dial pad.
719-5174. In case y'all didn't hear that, in case he was talking.
I'm doing a special effect.
Try it again. 701-719-5174. And that way you can stay off your data plan. You can just set your phone on it, put it on Bluetooth it in the car, and just let the stream play. Just let it play, let it play, let it play. Okay. Now you got
let
something
it
to
rain.
Say? Now you got something to say? You got something to say?
I don't love her.
You ready to ride, dear?
I tried to tell myself.
Oh my gosh.
That's how my boy be doing.
I'm gonna let you get it out.
Huh?
I'm gonna let you get it out.
It's gone.
Okay, you sure?
It's gone.
Okay.
Through the coop.
All right. I am
out the window. All through. Woo.
I am your host, Jenny Triplet, and attached to my hip is my co-host, Ismail.
Who been trying to get up out of here?
I can't tell. I can't
you can tell.
No, I can't. God is one. Oh, see, you made me forget. You made me forget.
I got my peace sign up.
No, you made me forget. We'd like to thank all of our global listeners around the world and our special guest, Khadijah Abdullah. See what you do to me? That's what you do to me. Be sure to tune in tomorrow to catch the 3rd episode in the Black Muslimah Activists series.
You used to be good.
Now we can ride. God is one.
Ride or die.
And we leave you in peace. DJ, take us home.
Growing up on the streets, I wanted to make a change. Now I have a family and baby. I can't find a job to pay me more than minimum wage. That's no way to make a living. In the middle of the night I see my homies drinking 40s, shooting crap at the corner store. It's a way to get paid. That's a way to make some money. I'm back on the street. I'm back strong, keeping it real. I'm a real G. See, I make my money right. I'm a real OG. I'm a real OG. I'm back on the street. I'm making money. Living life in the fast lane. Prison World Radio Hour. Prison World.